Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're right here at Computex 2013 at the Microsoft booth, and we just found the Gigabyte U21M. So that's an 11.6-inch convertible Ultrabook, basically, that's based on the new Intel Haswell platform. So it's got an Intel Core i5 4200U processor in there, and let's just check for the clock speeds and everything. I gotta find the desktop right now, which is right here. And if you look at, come on, gotta get rid of this. It's got all the fancy stuff. So it's got a 128 gigabyte hard drive in there, or SSD at least. It's got a 1366 by 768 screen resolution, as I told you. And if you zoom in on this, it's basically got an Intel Core i5 4200U CPU. So that's one of the new Haswell CPUs. Should be a dual core CPU. It's running at 1.6 gigahertz base speed, but it goes up to all the way to 2.3 gigahertz on turbo boost. There's 8 gigs of RAM in there, and yeah, it's a swivel Ultrabook. So basically what you can do is you just turn it around, put it down, and there you go. Now you can actually, I think there's a digitizer in there because it's a Gigabyte device, and they've always put digitizers in there, at least optional. So you can write on the screen. It's got handwriting recognition and all that stuff. There's a 1.3 megapixel camera up here. You have a physical Windows button down here. This is a swivel part. It's kind of still flexing a bit, so I think this is a pre-production model and they're still working on it. But it's you can use it pretty good. And yeah, let's check out the keyboard for a second. There's a lot of flex right there, but I guess they're working on that. I hope they fix that, because it's been a problem with Gigabyte for a couple of years now. The whole device is made out of plastic, so it's kind of flexy, which isn't necessarily a problem because you don't want things to break, but they can bend. That's no problem. So it's actually good. So if you wear and tear them in everyday life, that might be a good point. So if you look at this corner right here, if I drag on this, it bends a whole lot. As I said, doesn't mean it doesn't have to be bad. What we got right here is the power button right there. That's a USB port, just normal USB 2.0 port. Full-size HDMI right there. There's two USB 3.0 super speed ports right there. Then we look on the front, there's just a couple of status LEDs right there. There's a really nice feeling, there's a coating on here on this trackpad. It feels pretty good. There's separate mouse buttons, which is not that common nowadays, and yeah, they feel alright. Nothing special actually, but they're decent. Let's go on to the right side. We have a Kensington lock right there. There's separate jacks for a headphone and mic right there. There's the full-size SD card reader and another USB port. So basically, Gigabyte is actually having 3 USB... Oh, I got that wrong. That's what I wanted to say. It's special because it's got 4 USB ports in there. So there's one USB 2.0 on the left side and 2 USB 3.0, and this right here is another USB 2.0 port on the right side. This right here is the volume rocker, and this is the screen rotation lock right there. I don't think there's a stylus integrated because I haven't found it yet. And it's the power plug right there, the vents. And on this side there's actually a SIM card slot. Yep, that's the SIM card slot, so you'll be able to get this device with LTE and 3G modules integrated optional. A VGA port right there, and a full-size Ethernet port, which is also not common on Ultrabooks. So they basically, I think they're pointing this device at the professional market, and it's pretty light. It's supposed to be about 1.49 kilograms. I don't know anything about the battery. I only know that it's supposed to last for up to 7 hours, which is alright. There's N Wi-Fi in there, and that's pretty much it. Alright, this is the Gigabyte U21M. I was Roland from Mobile Geeks. See you later.